Where is Bitcoin headed this week or in the next few weeks? Now, we're going to go straight into this. I'm sure a lot of people are interested in what's a crucial week coming up in Bitcoin's time and for the rest of the market as well. Now, this is Pablo He-Man. Welcome to another episode of Pablo He-Man's market analysis as I talk to you on Treasure Island. The wind is a bit big today. I apologize for that. Cannot tell God to turn it down. Try my best and speak as loudly as I can, and hopefully enjoy the analysis of the markets whilst we enjoy a bit of you as well. Here we go. Let's go straight into it. Bitcoin, as I've been saying, has been traveling this rising parallel channel. Now, gone up, broken down as I predicted it would. I was thinking it does a little bit of bounce to about 44k. It's done just under that, and then break down here to about 32, 33, maybe even lower, and then bounce on the Fed meeting. Now, I don't have much time left now because, according to my theory, it would have been broken down right about now. We've got another, 3 days before it breaks down. It has broken down out of this main channel, and now it's testing this secondary channel. This is a less reliable channel because you only have 1 wick and 2 wick here. These are extreme sells. They may not be as reliable, but they would put Bitcoin support at around 36.9k, and you got another support zone about 37.5k here, so it's kind of holding around there. But you can see the main channel has broken. Whether we get one spike down and then bounce up or not, I am expecting a big bounce. I just don't know where the bounce comes around here or around here. Well, let me give you a big clue on where the bounce is coming from. This is from the research by Goldman Sachs. They have their reports to all their clients. As you can see, that's the Goldman Sachs GS Bitcoin Sensitive Equity Index. What that means, it's all the stocks that are Bitcoin related, like MicroStrategy, Riot Bitcoins, Mara Bitcoins, the Bitcoin miners. And what they've done, as you can see, is they've also traced out this rising channel, but they've broken down. They made a new low. Now that's a big signal to me. Why is that? Bitcoin also is making this rising channel, hasn't broken down yet. So who's going to be right? Is this Bitcoin Sensitive Equity Index, stock index, going to be an early predictor of where Bitcoin is going or not? I'll just let history do its own talking. Now, see here, this is back in February and March and April. This is when Bitcoin, the stocks, as an index, topped in February, right? Made a lower high in April. That's indicating weakness. Whereas Bitcoin itself went to 57k here and 64k here. Bitcoin's stock indexes were right this time in that it was going down. And in fact, you can see it's already gone down, broken down way before the May 19th breakdown to 30,000, when Bitcoin got down to 30,000. Again, if you can't see it clearly enough on this chart, what we can do is I'll pull up the chart on MicroStrategy later, and we can see it more properly on that chart. So just bear with me for now as we look at, see, for example, the bottom around June or July. Now, Bitcoin didn't actually bottom till about June, and you could say July again at 28.8 and 29, whereas the Bitcoin stocks bottomed early. It was already bottoming around early May, late May, around the 20th of May, around there. So when Bitcoin first crashed and then went on sideways for 2.5 months, this Bitcoin stock index already bottomed and started going up, making higher bottoms, higher highs, higher lows. So again, it's an early indicator. Now, the top you can see here, this is about a day or two earlier than Bitcoin itself. Not a lot of warning, but again, technically it's still early. Maybe it's certainly is not late. Maybe only early by a day or two. And here was an important crash through here. Remember this date? I'm going to show you guys this date. This is when Bitcoin went straight from 53 down to about 42k, and this index actually did top out one day, did break down 1 day beforehand. I'll show you guys why. Now, why am I so confident about what I'm saying here? Because the reason is, if we were to, I don't actually have the index with me because that's a client report that Goldman Sachs sends out to us, guys. But I'm going to use the biggest Bitcoin stock or ETF out there to make my point. And that, hang on one second, that ETF, and you're saying, Pablo, you're kidding me. There's no such thing as a Bitcoin ETF, but there is. There is a company out there listed on the NASDAQ that basically just collects Bitcoins, and it is called MicroStrategy. It is essentially, by default, the world's biggest Bitcoin ETF. So here, have a look at this. So essentially, what it's doing is actually, if we look at all it doesn't represent the whole index, but it's big enough to represent. Let me just get into this thing. It's big enough to represent the index. So if we look at MicroStrategy, we all know Bitcoin topped out around April. MicroStrategy topped out in February, right? And actually, let's have a look. Let's have a look at where Bitcoin is. Compare this to the Bitcoin chart. Where are we? BTC. Okay. Let's compare this to the Bitcoin chart. So Bitcoin, we can see, topped out in April, right? Whereas MicroStrategy was given its topping signal around Feb. Now, secondly, if we look at MicroStrategy's bottom came in May 19th. It bottomed on May 19th, and it's just been making higher highs and higher bottoms, right? So whereas Bitcoin actually topped, let's see, where is Bitcoin? Yeah, Bitcoin topped here. It actually topped, actually bottomed in June or July, right? However you want to call it, June or July. That's when the Bitcoin bottomed and then went up, and the exact top here came in around 10th of November, right? But MicroStrategy, where was its top? Here was 9th of November, right? 10th of November, it just dived. Look at that, right? So that was a big signal. Now, here's the thing. This is a chart that I have drawn, like 3 or 4 months ago, right? Haven't looked at it since. See, even back then, I had this horizontal line. That's why I haven't updated it, right? The day it broke here, I ignored it because it was a fake out. And then it bounced up, and then boom, one more close, and a second double close below this key support line. And that was a big day for me. That was 3rd of December. If any of you have been watching my videos, you'd realize that here, I made a video around this time because I said it cannot break 53. See here? Here's 53,000 for Bitcoin. I said that's a key technical support level. If it breaks here, then Bitcoin is in a lot of trouble. That video would have been made around 2nd of December, about the 2nd of December. It's on TikTok, YouTube, all of those. And by the way, this video is going out to my Discord first, and in a few days I put it out on social media. So as you can see, because I made that video because this trend line has been going out since March 11th all the way 2020. So this is a 2-year support trend. I said this cannot break. If it breaks here at 53k, then Bitcoin's going down. When did it break? When did it make that massive big break? It happened on the 4th of December. And when did MicroStrategy break? On 3rd of December, right here. 3rd of December, right? So again, this is proven to be a very, very accurate signal. I'll just finish up by saying, last thing here is MicroStrategy hasn't made a new low yet, see here, but it has broken down from its rising channel. So Bitcoin hasn't broken down yet. It's still kind of barely holding onto its rising channel here, right? Barely holding onto it, but hasn't broken down yet. MicroStrategy is about here. So it says, it's telling us, and the stock indexes of Bitcoin related stocks are about here. So it's telling us a move to something like 32,000 or 35,000 is likely on the cards. Okay, this is Pablo He-Man. It's been a pleasure talking to you all, coming from Treasure Island. I'll catch you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.